Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Arlene. Today we're making shepherd's pie. Let's do it. As always, check in the description box. There's a little triangle right underneath my name. Click on it and everything you need to know about this recipe appears there. The recipe, the breakdown of the recipe, and your measurements. Okay, let's get started. I'm gonna run you through the ingredients like always. First thing we're gonna need is ground turkey, and I'm using 93% lean Jennie-O ground turkey. If you're gonna use a different percentage of your lean, make sure you adjust on your healthy fats. Using this one, I don't need any healthy fat. Keep that always in mind. We're gonna need some cauliflower rice, and I'm using frozen, but you can use whatever you have. And the one that I'm using is the cauliflower with the broccoli, just because this is what I have. We're gonna need unsalted beef broth or low sodium beef broth, or you can, if you don't have beef broth, you can always use chicken broth. Fresh green beans, or you can use the canned ones too if that's what you prefer. We have some white button mushrooms that I also cleaned up. I cleaned it up with a wet paper towel. Just clean the top of it. Don't rinse them underwater. Clean the top and then shred them however you like them. Or if you want to buy them already pre-cut, that's fine too. We're going to do some Worcestershire sauce, some onion powder, fresh minced garlic, and some low-fat cheddar cheese. I'm using a mixture. It's called Mexican blend because that's what I have in the refrigerator right now. Okay, let's get started. Okay, we're ready to get cooking. On this first pot, I have the beef broth, and I'm gonna heat it up a little. To this pot, we're gonna add our rice vegetables. And we're gonna let this simmer for a few minutes until it all becomes soft. We need this cauliflower to have some flavor. To that, we're gonna add the onion powder. And we're gonna let it sit. To this one, over medium-high heat, we're gonna cook our turkey. And to the turkey, we're gonna add the garlic. I'm gonna combine everything really good. If you don't have ground turkey, you can always use regular beef, ground beef. You just have to adjust your fat measurements, but the recipe essentially is the same. Okay, I'm gonna cook this ground turkey completely, and I'll be right back. The turkey is completely cooked. The liquids haven't evaporated yet. We're gonna add the Worcestershire sauce to give it some flavor. And we're going to continue to cook until it dries up a little. There's a little bit of a liquid in there, plus the sauce that we just added, the Worcestershire sauce. We're going to let this evaporate just a little bit more, but it's completely cooked at this point. The cauliflower rice, it's still simmering. There's plenty of liquid in it. Let me show you. We want to continue to cook this at low heat until it becomes super soft. Okay, the turkey is completely cooked and the liquid has evaporated, but it still looks moist, not completely dry. In a baking dish, we're going to put all this ground turkey, and I don't have anything sprayed on it because I know it's not going to stick. And we're going to press this down. We're just going to form one single layer. And we're going to set this aside. Now, in the same skillet without rinsing, I'm going to add the mushrooms and the green beans. And I'm going to cook them until the mushroom is golden or brown and the green beans are soft. So let's continue to cook this, and I'll be right back. cauliflower rice is still cooking. There's plenty of liquid still in it. We want this to be a little drier. We're going to continue to cook until most of the liquid has evaporated. Okay, the mushrooms have caramelized. You see how pretty the color, and the green beans are a little softer, and they have produced a little bit of steam, which is exactly what you wanted. There's nothing else in here. Okay, to this we're going to add it to our ground turkey. We're going to form another layer, all of it, because I measure this. And we're going to form another layer. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to set this aside and go back to the cauliflower rice. The cauliflower rice, the liquid has evaporated. There's just a very tiny little bit. I don't know if you can see this. Very little of it. But the cauliflower rice is super soft. We're going to turn it off. And I'm going to use an immersion blender, but if you don't have an immersion blender, you can use your regular blender or your food processor. If you use your regular blender, make sure you put a towel over the lid and hold it so the steam doesn't rise and it doesn't blow up on you. But I'm going to mix this until it's in a creamy consistency. Okay, it's in a creamy consistency. Let me show you. I left it a little lumpy just because I like the little consistency of the lumps. But if you want it super soft, like imitating the mashed potatoes, go ahead and keep on blending until your desired consistency. Let's go back into the counter and put this baby together. I have the turkey, the mushrooms, and the green beans casserole already pre-made. And I have the cauliflower rice softened and blended. I am going to top this over my casserole, all of it. And this is going to be your mashed potatoes per se. And then we're going to form a layer. I'm going to cover everything. Ooh, it looks so pretty. It looks just like the real thing. In my opinion, this is the real thing. You can indulge without having the guilt of the calorie, the carbs, and the fat. Win-win. Okay, we have that single layer, and now we're going to top it off with the cheese. And we're going to put this in the 375-degree oven for about 25 to 30 minutes or until the cheese is melted and golden brown. I'll be back to show you what it looks like. Be back in a few. Look at this beautiful thing. And there you have it, guys. My version of a shepherd's pie. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on my next video. Happy Monday and enjoy.